Unicorn Diaries, The Missing Magic. Chapter 1, Festival Week, Sunday. Hello, Diary, it's me again, Rainbow Tinseltail. My friends call me Bo. This is an exciting week because it's when the forest has its big festival of magic, but I will tell you more about that later. I live in Sparkle Grove Forest, a place full of magic. Lots of magical creatures live here. Like gnomes. Here are 4 things I know about gnomes. They live underground. They are some of the oldest creatures in the forest. They live for hundreds of years. They like to help non-magic creatures. They love gardening and wearing hats. Some unicorn wear hats too. Want to know more about unicorns? Tail. Swishing it makes our unicorn power work. It's also good for sweeping away cobwebs. Rainbow mane. We can keep stuff in it, and we hate getting knots in it. Achoo! Nose. When we sneeze, glitter explodes out of it. Hooves. When we dance, small rainbows shoot out of them. Here are more cool unifacts for you. Our horns light up so we can see in the dark. Instead of being born, unicorns pop into the world on really starry nights. Unicorns have never seen a squirrel. We don't believe they exist. When we yawn, colorful music notes sparkle around us. I go to Sparkle Grove School for Unicorns. My friends and I live here in unipods. We all have different unicorn powers. I'm a wish unicorn. I can grant 1 wish every week. This is my best friend, Sunny Huckleberry. He can turn invisible. Here are my other friends and our teacher. Nutmeg Silvertips, Flying Unicorn. Scarlet Sugarlums, Thingamoth Unicorn. Jet Glitterrock, Weather Unicorn. Monty Dumpling, Size Changer Unicorn. Pipe Forestine, Healer Unicorn. Mr. Rumtwinkle, Shapeshifter Unicorn. We study twinkle-tastic subjects at SSU like swimming, colorful cookery, magical languages, unipod building and repair. We also practice sewing because we each have a special patch blanket. Every week we try to do something new to earn a patch. We sew patches on here to keep track of everything we've learned. I can't wait to hear what patch we're working toward this week. Good night, Diary. Chapter 2, Use Your Magic. Monday. At breakfast, we were all getting excited for the big festival of magic. I can't believe it's this Saturday. Remember last year's festival when the trolls juggled rocks? Yes, one of them dropped a rock on the other one's head. That was so funny. Then I noticed Sunny looked a bit confused. I'd forgotten that Sunny appeared only a few months ago, so this will be his first festival. Everyone, let's tell Sunny more about the big festival of magic. It's a celebration where creatures use their magic to entertain everyone. The Goblin Queen holds the festival on Bud Bloom Meadow. Last year, the fairies did air jousting, and the dragons put on a sparkle-tastic fireworks display. That sounds amazing. I can't wait. Then we trotted into our classroom, and Mr. Rumtwinkle told us something surprising. This year's festival will be better than ever because you get to show off your magical skills too. Yes, Queen Juniper thinks you are all now ready to entertain everyone with your powers. Wow! Can you believe it, Diary? We actually get take part this year. And guess what Mr. Rumtwinkle told us next? You'll be working toward your magic patch this week. Cool! How do we earn it? You need to use your powers in a new way. You'll get your patch and you will entertain everyone at the festival. We all thought hard about different ways to use our powers. I'm going to learn to fly somersaults. I'm going to magic a giant cake out of my mane. I've only managed a cupcake so far. Giant, that gives me an idea, Scarlet. I'm going to grow bigger than I've ever grown before. Maybe bigger than an oak tree. I have an idea. Lightning hit a tree in Bud Bloom Meadow and split it in two. Maybe I can use my healing powers to fix it. Great ideas. Everyone had glittery good ideas. But by cloud time, Sunny and I were still clueless. I've got it. That's great, Bo. What will you do? No, I still haven't got an idea for me, but I have one for you. You could learn to go half invisible. That's genius. Imagine how funny it would be if everyone could see only my bottom running around or dancing. Ooh, you are an amazing dancer, Bo. You could learn a dance that's so twinkle-tastic that a full-size rainbow shoot from your hooves. I love that idea. Thank you, Sunny. Now I'm super excited to practice my new magic trick tomorrow. Nighty-night, diary. Chapter 3. What's going on? Tuesday. We were practicing our magic tricks when suddenly, thump! Nutmeg fell from the sky, and she had hurt one of her hooves. What happened? I don't know. All of a sudden, I just couldn't fly anymore. And ouch, my hoof hurts. Don't worry, I'll heal it for you. Piper swished her tail, but no sparkles appeared. That's strange. I could help. Of course, I'll make a wish for my hoof to feel better. Nutmeg made the wish, but again, no sparkles appeared. Something strange is going on. Everyone tried to use your powers. Scarlet couldn't magic anything from her mane. Jet couldn't change the weather. Sunny couldn't go invisible. Then Monty sneezed and something horrible came out of his nose that definitely wasn't glitter. Achoo! All our magic is gone. We wondered if Mr. Rumtwinkle had cast a spell on us as some sort of test. He tricks us sometimes, so we needed to talk to him. Luckily, Nutmeg's hoof was feeling a bit better, so we trotted back to the Unipods together to find Mr. Rumtwinkle. On the way, we saw fairies who couldn't fly, and we saw dragons who couldn't breathe fire. It looks like the whole forest has lost its magic. This can't be Mr. Rumtwinkle's doing then, but maybe he'll know how to fix it. But Mr. Rumtwinkle had lost his powers too, so he led us to Goblin Castle. At the castle, there was a crowd of worried-looking creatures. Queen Juniper stood on her balcony. If anyone will know what's going on, it'll be the Queen. Creatures of Sparkle Grove Forest, I, too, have lost my powers, but this has never happened before, so I don't know what to do. Then an old gnome spoke up. Sorry, Your Majesty, but you're wrong. This has happened before, and it was the work of a hobgoblin. Some creatures gasped. Everyone knows hobgoblins haven't been seen in this forest for hundreds of years. Everyone was also shocked that the gnome had told the queen she was wrong. The queen's guard stepped forward. Old gnome, you must not interrupt the queen. What you're saying isn't true, so don't be silly. Well, you're wrong there, dear, but fine, you don't want my help. The gnome laughed, and Queen Juniper continued. I will get to the bottom of the problem, but sadly, I have to cancel the big festival of magic because we have no magic, but keep calm and carry on. At cloud time, our beds didn't float and our horns didn't glow. There must be something we can do. That old gnome seemed to know something. Maybe, but nobody's seen a hobgoblin in years. True, but maybe we should hear the gnome's story. We will find her in the morning. We must get the forest magic back. Chapter 4. The Gnome That Knows. Wednesday. We woke up early and set off for the gnome tunnels. When we got there, two gnomes were outside. They were helping a porcupine. Hello, where can we find the gnome who talked back to Queen Juniper yesterday? Oh, that's Edna. Go underground. She's the third floor on the left. Thank you. It was dark in the tunnels. I wished our horns could still glow, but we found Edna's door. Hello, my dears. How can I help you? Hello, could you please tell us about the magic-stealing hobgoblin? It's nice of you to ask. No one else wants to hear from me. They think I'm just old and silly. We don't think that. Well then, I'll make you dandelion syrup and tell you my story. We sipped syrup as Edna told us about the hobgoblins. No one else remembers, but I'm the oldest gnome in the forest. I know this missing magic business happened before. It was hundreds of years ago when I was a young gnome. There were two hobgoblins living in the forest then. One was my best friend. He was called Bob. You were friends with the hobgoblin? Yes, Bob was the best, but the other one was called Zigward and he was evil. Ooh. Edna continued her story. Hobgoblins don't have magical powers, but they are very good at making special potions. Zagward was jealous of everyone else's magic, so he made a potion so powerful it took the whole forest magic away. What happened next? Eventually, Zagward was forced to bring the magic back, and then he was chased out of the forest. Hobgoblins have been banned from Sparkle Grove Forest ever since. But what about Bob? Edna looked sad. Nobody saw Bob after that, and I've missed my dear friend ever since. But because all hobgoblins were banished, I guess I'll never see him again. Poor Bob, and poor you. So, do you think Zagward is back? Well, yes. I can't think of another creature powerful and evil enough to steal our magic. We all knew what we had to do. We had to find out if Zagward was really back. If Zagward was here, where would he be? He used to hide in a cave in Snowball Mountain. There's a secret entrance I can show you. Edna packed syrup and cakes for our journey. Then we headed off. Suddenly, a storm started up. We looked to Jed for help. I can't change the weather without magic. Oh, I forgot. But we can shelter under that big tree until the storm passes. We sheltered under the tree and ate some of Edna's cakes. Soon, fireflies fluttered around us. They ate our leftover crumbs. We trotted along until we reached Snowball Mountain. Edna showed us the secret entrance. This is where Zagward hid before. That cave looks really dark, and our horns can't glow. Luckily, the fireflies followed us in so we could see. We must be careful. If we find Zagward, we will just go tell the queen. We were nervous, but we were super tired too. If Zagward is here, he'll do hiding deep inside this mountain. So let's sleep here for the night and search more tomorrow. We all felt a bit scared, but we eventually fell asleep. Chapter 5. The Hobgoblin. Thursday. We woke up early, still feeling a bit scared. Come on, now we need to be brave and find that hobgoblin. We dropped cake crumbs for the fireflies as we trotted deeper into the mountain with Edna. The cave seemed to go on forever. We've been in here for hours. I don't think Zagward is here. You're right. Maybe Edna had it wrong after all. Wait, do you hear something? I don't like this. Let's go home. From the darkness, we heard a shaky voice. Hello? The fireflies flew toward the voice. Then we saw a very old hobgoblin. Edna, is that you? Ah, run! It's Zagward! No, it's not. It's It's Bob! Oh, Edna, I've missed you. Me too. Edna and Bob were so happy to see each other after all this time, and Bob told us not to worry, as he was certain Zack would never return to the forest. My goodness, how lovely it is to see you. No one has visited in such a long time. I'll make you cloudberry soup. Bob did a little dance of joy as he made the soup. We ate the soup fast. We were so hungry after giving most of our cakes away. So, Bob, have you been here the whole time? Yes. When hobgoblins were banned from the forest, I had nowhere to go, so I hid in here. Oh, Bob, I didn't know. I thought you'd left the forest. It's terrible that you've been stuck in this cave. It hasn't been so bad. I have my books, and the fireflies keep me company. I also have my pet rat, Scamper. I did miss you though, Edna. We felt so sorry. Bob had been on his own all this time, but it was really terrific to see Edna and Bob reunited. Now, we still needed to find out what happened to the forest magic. Bob, we actually came looking for Zagward because the forest has lost its magic again. I know about that. Before Zagward left, he made one last potion to take away the forest's powers 500 years after he left. We all looked at Bob with open mouths as he looked at his watch. Yup, it's been 500 years. We were so excited to finally learn what had happened. Next, we need to come up with a plan to get the magic back. Bob, do you think if we got ingredients for you tomorrow, you could make a potion to reverse Zagward's 500-year-old potion? Well, I could try, but what's wrong, Bob? I'm just sad that it'll be left alone again after I help you. If you bring the forest magic back, I'm sure the queen will let you live in the forest again. Yes, it's time to end the ban on hobgoblins. Bob smiled. Soon, we all fell asleep as he and Edna told amazing stories from years ago. Chapter 6. The Magic Returns. Friday. We woke up ready to get the forest magic back. Bob gave us a list of 6 ingredients for his special potion. Dandelions, elderflowers, thistles, blueberries, the breath of a tree sprite, the left sock of a yeti. We collected everything. Thank you. Bob mixed the potion, but then he said he needed one more thing. We need a special secret ingredient. It can be very hard to find, but I think you've all found it in one another. What do you mean? Hold hooves and stand in a circle around the cauldron. If I'm right, this should make the potion work. Soon, swirls of sparkles exploded from the cauldron. We felt our powers come back right away. Yay, your potion worked! Well done, Bob. I couldn't have done it without all of you. You see, the secret ingredient was the power of friendship. Yay! We trotted to Goblin Castle to tell Queen Juniper the good news that the magic was back. At first, she didn't believe us, so we suggested she try to fly. Oh my goodness, I can fly again! But then she saw Bob and screamed, Ah, a hobgoblin! You are not allowed in this forest. Guards, do something. No, wait! A bad hobgoblin named Zagward took the magic away using a 500-year-old potion, but Bob is the one who brought it back. Oh, thank you, Bob and Edna. I'm sorry I didn't listen to you before. That's okay, Queenie. The big festival of magic is back on, and it'll include 2 special guests, Edna the gnome and Bob the hobgoblin. Thank you, Your Majesty. We rushed back to SSU and told Mr. Rumtwinkle about our adventure and the good news about tomorrow's festival. Unicorns, I'm so proud of you. You will definitely get your magic patches tomorrow. But how have we earned them? We've hardly used our magic. That's just it. The way you worked together to solve a very big problem was more magical than magic itself. We spent the rest of the day practicing our magic tricks for the festival. Tomorrow's going to be so much fun. Chapter 7 A Magical Day Saturday. The festival was sparkle-tastic. Queen Juniper gave Bob and Edna awards for special services to magic. Dragons made fireworks, mermaids did water ballet, trolls juggled rocks, and fairies jousted. Us unicorns were super nervous to perform our magic tricks, but we did well, and the crowd cheered when we earned our patches. Oh, and they laughed when Sunny's button ran around on its own. We danced the night away under the giant rainbow that I magicked from my hooves. What a busy week, Diary. We went on an adventure, made 2 friends, and learned new skills. Best of all, we learned that even without the actual magic, life is truly magical. See you next time.